Hello and welcome to Big Dash Knows. Big Dash knows what? New York Giants football. Let's go. You see the thumbnail. Let's get right into this. What's the plan for Evan Neal? We got the news today that the New York Giants placed Evan Neal on IR, ending his season. And what a season it was. And that's not a good what a season it was. It was a what a season it was. What could have been or what happened? That's what's on my mind right now. What happened with Evan Neal? You know, he did not have the strongest rookie season, if you want to call it. He did not have a good rookie season. He went back in the offseason, got some outside help, offensive line coach out, giving him some pointers, helping him out, doing that. And then you come back into this season, somebody like me, I got expectations thinking hopefully this man can make the leap. If he can just be okay or solid, then his offense should be able to pop. But we didn't even get that. There was some flashes here and there. There were some occasions where, okay, that was a good rep. But he didn't put it all together for the whole year. It was not, you didn't see the progress that you wanted to see out of your first round draft pick. You didn't see the progress. Now you can say that his fellow first rounder, from last year as well, Kayvon Thibodeau, fantastic season from Kayvon Thibodeau. 10 plus sacks for Kayvon Thibodeau. Showing that he can affect games. That's what we got from Kayvon Thibodeau. When you're offensive tackle or when you're playing the offensive line, the best thing that can happen to you is nobody knows your name. Nobody. Because you're doing everything correctly. You're not getting penalties called on. You're not missing blocks. You're not causing sacks. You're not causing QB pressures. But we can't say that about Evan Neal. Again, if you want to call it a roller coaster, go ahead and call it a roller coaster. But if it's a roller coaster, it's more lows and highs. That's where I'm at in this opinion. And the thing about this, again, you see the thumbnail. It's the Evan Neal debate. What do you do with Evan Neal? Please let me know in the comments down below. What would you do with Evan Neal? Now, there's some suggestions. I'm part of this clan where you try him out inside. You move him in the guard. And some people are saying, wait, pump your brakes. It's only been 2 years. He only played so many games. He's only played. Why hasn't he played that many games? Because he's been hurt. That's another thing. Your best ability is availability, and he has not been available for the New York Giants. So you can say, okay, he only had a certain amount of games, but that's his fault. He was hurt. Not all his fault, but when you're hurt, you're not available. That's on you. And then the other thing is the offensive line coach. You also see him on the thumbnail. Bobby Johnson. What has Bobby Johnson do to make this team better or make his unit better? That's another discussion. If you follow me, if you might know my thoughts on Bobby Johnson. They're not good. I think Bobby Johnson needs to be replaced. He should have been replaced a while ago. Also, if they are going to replace Bobby Johnson, hopefully that move is made fast, like right after the season. I think they should do it. The longer that thing takes for the news to drop about him no longer being with the New York Giants, the more I'm scared that this man might be back on staff or back with the team next year. And I don't think our offensive line's development can survive another year of Bobby Johnson. But back to Evan Neal. What do you do with Evan Neal? I think it's a good idea to try him out at guard. I'll say that. Now, if we happen to get a new offensive line coach and you want to give Evan Neal one more chance at right tackle, so be it. I'm not going to be fully against that. But if it's up to me, I'm already kicking that man inside, and I'm looking to the draft. That second round, I'm looking for a tackle. Jordan Morgan from Arizona is my target in that second round. Hopefully he doesn't do anything spectacular in the combine. Let's keep that name under the radar. Obviously, you have the kid from Penn State. You have Joe Alt. You have a couple of interior guys as well. You have the kid from Washington. There's a lot of offensive linemen that can go in that second round. But Jordan Morgan is a guy that I'm eyeballing, as a pickup. Now, here's the thing. If you pick up Jordan Morgan and with that second pick in the second round, let's say we do that. Of course, you make it a competition for right tackle, and Evan Neal just so happens to beat out Jordan Morgan. Then you have a guy that has the versatility of being your real swing tackle with some real talent. He can play the left. He can play the right. You know what I mean? If Evan Neal goes down, you can put him in as a starter. But to me, I going off of what I'm seeing right now, and as far as the development for Evan Neal, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Hopefully he improves. I'm a Giants fan, and I'm a Giants fan first. So I'm hoping that he improves. I'm hoping that he pans out, because that was a high draft pick. I don't want to waste draft picks. I don't want to do that. That's even more reason why I say Bobby Johnson can go. Let's get another offensive line coach in here, and let's see if he can get the best out of Evan Neal. We had this discussion in the spaces. Shout out to my man, Coach Ed. Coach Ed, he mentioned a guy in Rutgers right down the road from the New York Giants. Pat Flaherty, he is the offensive line coach at Rutgers. Pay that man, see if you can get him back in the building. You got other people talking about Mike Munchak. That's another guy you could try to get into the building. There's a lot of coaches out there that are on other staffs right now that, hopefully you can try to, pay them more money, see if you can get them to come on board for the New York Giants. Maybe there's somebody in the building that's up and coming and grooming. But for all I'm saying is this experiment with Bobby Johnson as an offensive line coach, nobody's getting better. Nobody is showing improvement. During that 3-game winning streak with Tommy DeVito, you can say, the offensive line was playing together, the team was gelling, we had consecutive units starting together, and then you get into that last game, and it's just like, the offensive line is still bad. Let's stop trying to put a Band-Aid over a bullet hole, and let's go ahead and get this thing fixed the right way. And I think that all starts off with the offensive line coach. And when Bobby Johnson came over here, I remember asking, Buffalo Bills fans, like, okay, how do you feel about, losing Bobby Johnson? And they threw a parade. They were happy that Bobby Johnson was gone. They were happy that he was gone. They felt like he was holding that team back. And you just think about it, and all the hindsight is 2020. At the time, you're like, you got your new coach, you got Dable, he's bringing guys with him. Buffalo is successful, but you don't think about the little things. Okay, Bobby Johnson, obviously he's from Buffalo. Buffalo is successful. He has to be a successful coach. But no, that was not the case. That is not the case, because now we have 2 years, and our best offensive lineman was a guy that was here before Bobby Johnson got here, a rookie that was the best center in the draft this year, and then also Justin Pugh, who has been a veteran, who's bounced around the league, and he came back and was being able to play, pretty good for a few games, not the last game, but a few games. But I'm just sitting here and I'm wondering about Evan Neal, and I'm thinking about what he said as, I was born to play tackle. You were born to play tackle. When I look at you, of course, I can believe, you look like you were born to play tackle. 6'7", 340 pounds. Not overly fat, in good shape for a guy carrying around that much weight. I saw him do the bag jumps and box jumps and stuff like that. He seems athletic enough. You look at the Alabama tape, you're like, okay, I like that aggressiveness. Once he gets his hands on you, it's a wrap. But it just has not panned out for Evan Neal in 2 seasons so far. And again, I don't want to hear the crap about, okay, he only played such amount. He was injured. That's why he missed games. He was injured. That's on him. Again, nobody wants to get injured, but I'm saying when you're not available, you're not available. Whether it's injury or not, you're not available. He has not been available. He had 2 seasons. He's been in the league for 2 years, 2 seasons. He should have played more than he did, and he should have played better than what he did. So I want to ask everybody now, like, what do you guys think? I want to share your thoughts down in the comment section down below, man. Do the Giants move Evan Neal inside to guard? Do they give him one more chance at tackle? Would you draft a tackle early? Maybe not the first round. I wouldn't do it in the first round. But definitely one of those picks in the second round. You want to address the tackle. Again, Jordan Morgan, if you look that guy up, solid player, solid prospect coming out. Good feet. Again, University of Arizona. But yeah, man, like what move would you make? Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this situation, what your ideas are on this debate, and I would love to research those and see what you guys have to say. So I want to thank everybody for vibing with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And from one Giants fan to another, this is Big Dash Knows, Big Blue Nation. Let's go.